it. Now, what if you do not have pictures of cute dogs? On the forums I post on the Warrior forums, there's lots of haters, of course, that say, you can't just use dogs and all these other strategies to get as many fans as possible. That's crap. Well, I agree. In principle, at least. In practice, you can do whatever works. But in principle, you should ideally give things related to what you do. My strategy works for any page, for any ad creative, any medium, because it's not as much of a simple approach or a little hack or a weird trick. It's an assumption that everyone's valuable. My strategy simply challenges the assumption that people are worth more than others. The strategy I'm saying is everyone's valuable online. What do you think this kind of ad campaign's for? These kind of results. 1,400 likes, $28. You can see this ad campaign was for a computer and an IT business page. Like work with computers, we have information that can help with a circuit board. In the broad categories, computer programming or owners of old computers. You can see one of the individual ad campaigns as a part of the larger campaign had 658 page likes. Now here's another one. $28 spent, 1,600 page likes. If you look into the details, the ad costs are a little bit higher, but the cost per page like is 1 and 2 cents each. And it turns out this is actually for a real estate page. Love the beach photo. I mean, this is an exact value proposition of a real estate agent that's a friend of mine. I did ads. I even put his ads in the US, UK, Canada, along with some low-cost countries, targeted very specific terms related to the kind of homes he might like. And look, 1 week of his ads got 736 likes for $7. Actually, a correction. This was his ad campaign above. Well, they both got exactly 736. That's funny. You can see he got a lot more photo views than the other guy did. All right, anyway, moving on. Keys to financial success. This is for a MLM, a financial success page. You can see he got 736 likes also with 26 page views and 1 page post like. While his page has 1,751 people that like his page, the ads were targeted to people that liked finance, so a much different audience in similar types of countries. Here's a different ad campaign for mobile app installs, and this actually is tracking the installs directly from Google Play. And this ad campaign is targeted very broadly because this was an exploratory ad campaign, but you can still see the app install cost is pretty low. There's lots of companies that pay $1 or $2 for an app install or get expensive ad campaigns in Times Square and work desperately hard to promote their apps. And you can see $30 spent, 129 app installs. Scale that up on the App Store, and you can easily push your app up in the leaderboards. Why does this work like this? 80-20 rule. 80% of advertisers target 20% of the audience. 20% of the advertisers target 80% of the audience. I'm in those 20%. The bulk of Facebook users are not in the US or the UK or in Canada or in Australia or in most of the countries most of the money gets spent to target. At the same time, most of the users in the countries that don't have as many ads have really low quality of ads because there's not as much competition or as many different pages for them to choose from. They see ads often not relevant to their page that are mistargeted or not in their language. I'm putting good ads in places where the cost is low and the competition's low. That's why I can get such great results like this. Event responses at a really low cost. Now, how effective is this strategy? If you want to see a direct comparison, this is using the strategy that I am recommending. We're assuming all people are created equal, and especially when it comes to getting page likes. This is with my country targeting that I showed before. Now, when I made the change on this date, and the ads ran full on this date, the exact same budget, but the ads are restricted to the US only starting on this day. 6 page likes versus over 200 out of the exact same budget. This is the difference. If you think 6 page likes are worth the exact same as 250 page likes out of the same budget, I'm going to say most of the time that's going to be wrong, at least for the long term in building a successful audience. Sure, you might maybe get a purchase or something out of those 6 likes, whereas you might not get it out of the 250. But for the long term, when wealth continues to spread around the world, Facebook continues to be more established, fans around the world get more expensive. When you have 3 million fans and you're getting thousands of fans free every day, or you've got 10,000 fans and everyone already made a purchase and is not making new purchases, I'm going to say having the 3 million fans is a lot more valuable. Now, this doesn't just apply for only targeting low-cost countries. Using more broad country targeting and out-of-the-box targeting, you can still target countries where the wealth and per capita income spending power gives you access to more people for a lower cost. So you can see I'm getting web clicks for 21 cents each, targeting countries where I know based on the research that I have a good chance of getting someone to make a purchase from me. So I'm still targeting great areas of opportunity with focused ads for my own company website at 21 cents per click. And you can see the suggested bid range, I'm getting way into the bottom of that. Using broader country targeting, and if you want to match it with wealth, you can still be getting great opportunities and customers using this strategy of exploring and finding those 80% of the audience that most advertisers don't target. Based on my feedback, a lot of people asked, while I watched your video, I didn't see how to actually make and go in and do the ads. So on this second run through of the video, I've shown you what's possible, why you should do it, and how to do it. The how to do it is now I'm going to give you more detail on how to actually do it from start to finish. So facebook.com/ads. The first question is, what can you promote? You can promote websites, Facebook pages, mobile apps, affiliate links, phone numbers, or your business location with Facebook ads. Facebook ads is a powerful platform in terms of how many people you can reach, how targeted they are, and where you can send them. Now, with this group of pages, you have to get more creative. You can't just simply send someone your affiliate link or your phone number or your business location generally. But this first group of pages is pretty straightforward. What is the best to promote? I recommend always promoting pages, photos, and stories, at least with the majority of your ads. You can see I promoted events and websites of my own. Obviously, I've promoted many more client websites and pages and photos of theirs. The best return generally for the long term is promoting a Facebook page directly, or photos or stories directly. The conversions, for example, that I've seen the best out of were for a weight loss product that promoted a weight loss story directly in a post, $1.41 for a lead. And I mean, that, given that most of their leads were costing a lot more than that, the story they posted was powerful, and I recommend that. What do the ads look like? Once you go to facebook.com/ads, Facebook may offer you some basic, get your first ad set up or whatnot. But once you do that or have done that, this is what the ads interface looks like. And these, you can see some of the ad campaigns I've been running to promote my own page. The key areas on this are, there's 3 key areas. The campaigns and ads is the main tab to use. The create an ad button is where you actually make the ads. But a lot of people neglect the reports tab, and there's 3 parts to doing Facebook ads that are critical. One is doing your research beforehand. And this video is part of your research beforehand about what's possible. 2 is actually creating an ad that's simple and matched to the audience. I showed you a few examples of ads I've done, and I'll show you more. But the third part that most people neglect is correctly analyzing the data based on what they're getting out of it. And I say correctly. Correctly in this sense is emphasizing focus on the important data, the data that matters. And the cost per page like, if you're advertising a page, is nearly the only thing that matters. The cost per page like, all the click-through and all the other data they give you, it doesn't matter if you're promoting a page. Just the cost per page like is the only thing you need to look at. So I'm going to give you more of that in the future. The next step looking at this is, once you know how to use this interface, you click on create an ad. This is what will pop up. I put in my company's Facebook page. Get more page likes is my objective. Now, if you want to promote a business location, or you have something you want to get a conversion out of, or something similar to that, you might want to promote a page post instead of getting more page likes. However, you want a lot of page likes first. Remember how I showed you to begin with what it looks like when you have a page that's small that no one believes in. You want to get more page likes first to just get that validity. With over 500,000 people liking my page, I have a sizable audience. And you can say whatever you want to about my audience. I've got a huge audience and a huge online footprint, even though my company is only around 2 years old. I have a bigger footprint than million-dollar companies around the world. That's what you want to establish first, especially if you do a lot of business online. Now, if you just want people to call you or do some local business with you, promoting the page post might be a better option. Once you've picked to get more page likes, you have options to upload different images. Now, one of the pro tips to get better results out of your ads is to upload big, good-looking images. What is the easiest way to get big, good-looking images? If you already have an established, for example, a car dealership, just take pictures of the cars you have and upload those pictures. Crop them in, put your phone number in. If you are a fashion boutique, which seem to gravitate towards me as a client, you can put pictures that you already take into these images. The key is you want to use a lot of pictures. You can put up to 6 images in one ad, but you want to make your ad campaigns with 20 to 30 different images. So you want to upload as many images as possible. Once you put the images in, you want to see how they look in various ad formats. The news feed is the